Hey everyone, it's Sharon coming at you from Beach Therapy Counseling Services. So I've had this subject on my heart since last night, and I did complete a blog on it, but I haven't posted it on my blog page yet. But I will do that later, so we can maybe open up the discussion even more. So just go check that out maybe later tonight. That's sgusmus, so SGUSMUS .wordpress.com, and we can talk more on this. But today the subject is sensitive, so let's kind of look at it from a therapeutic standpoint. And the topic is going to be suicide, and all these recent suicides of the pastor yesterday, as well as just the ones that we hear of, these youth killing themselves and celebrities. I mean, you name it, we're hearing it, and it's constantly in our face, and it's heartbreaking. And the fact that there are these souls out there wandering the planet that feel so broken or so sad or so desperate that they have no respite from these feelings, and they feel like the only thing they have to do is end it all, is heartbreaking, and it can be debilitating for me, because I'm so empathic towards things like this, and it breaks me to know that there's these people out there suffering, and I seriously, part of me just wants to reach everybody, and I know I can't. However, maybe my video will reach the right person, I don't know, and give you hope. But I feel like the downfall that we are failing in right now is mental health. We are failing our society in such a huge way with our mental health system right now. And allow me to elaborate. You may or may not agree, but I feel very strongly that there are huge stigmas against seeking mental health. Everybody wants to be perfect. Everyone wants to post the perfect picture and show everybody their perfect family, their perfect job, their perfect lives, their perfect everything. And it's so rare that you meet a genuine person that'll show you the cracks and allow people in to fix them. And I don't feel like that's anybody in particular's fault so much as just a societal problem of we don't have problems, we're perfect people. But guess what? It's just such a hoax, and it's so sad that we have these leaders, and especially with leaders that feel like they can't show imperfections, because we don't want a pastor that has some issues, and we certainly don't want a counselor who has her own issues. We want, these people to fix us so they can't have their own issues. But that's just not the case, because guess what? Every single person, no matter what their position is in this world, has issues. And every single human emotion that we all feel, those people feel as well. And that includes, sadness, depression, anxiety, anger, these emotions that we don't want to think of these authority figures or these leaders having. They have it, sometimes more, because we, as counselors, as pastors, as leadership people, are also taking on, our clients or the people who we are with, their energy. So not only are we dealing with our own stuff, we are also trying to be present for our clients or for other people. So we're taking on your energy when you're in some of your worst moments, as well as our own energy when we are dealing with our own stressors. So I feel like it's imperative for us to change this narrative in the United States in general, not even just with leadership roles, with everybody, because these kids who are committing suicide, we are obviously impressing upon these little minds a perfection that they can't achieve, and that's why they are going out and ending it, because they feel the pressures that the society is putting on them, and they're not able to live up to it, and these little people don't know what to do. So they don't feel like they have anybody to go to. And how sad is that we are creating this society where we have such a perfect picture that we've drawn that nobody can live up to it. So we are having a big outbreak in suicide. We're having a huge outbreak in anxiety, depression, all of these things. And everyone's going, well, I don't understand. Well, I understand. It's because we're ignoring the underlying issues. And even insurances, I feel like, have bias against these issues. Like, nobody wants to let their insurances know because then what if their employer finds out, or what if people find out? Because there's this stigma. And instead of saying, what if people find out? What if my employer finds out? It should be that these people feel like, I hope they find out, because then they'll know I have taken care of myself. But instead, it's, they're going to look bad on me. Well, I say shame on us for allowing this to go on as long as it has. Let's deal with our issues, people. Let's deal with them straight in the face. Let's show people our cracks. Let's let people know we are not a perfect person. We are not a perfect family. There is no such thing. We are all flawed, and your issues are welcome here, no matter what they are. We should be making our leaders feel that way. We should be making our families feel that way. And a lot of people always feel like, well, I'm just one person. What difference can I make? But you have influence in your small community, or whatever community you have within your family, at work, within your friend community, wherever you have influence. Make it known that mental health is okay with you, and it's okay for people to come to you, and it's okay for people to have their issues, and you don't pretend that they're perfect, and I don't pretend I'm perfect. If we just start in our own communities, that'll have a trickle effect, because each of us has our own communities that we can be affecting on a small or big level. And I do understand not everybody is a politician, not everybody has millions of people watching them all the time, but we do make a difference, whether we see it and we believe it or not. And this is a huge area for me, because these people could be reached if they felt like they had hope. And I feel like we can give them that hope by helping this community of mental health providers to advocate for mental health. Because it shouldn't just be counselors and people who work in this profession advocating for the importance of this. It should be everybody. We should all be doing that. I mean, we're all so quick to go fix everything to make it look like we have perfect lives, but we're not so quick to jump into counseling or to admit that we have issues in our lives, because we don't want people to look at us badly. But if we want to go on a diet, or we want to seek life coaching to get a new job, or whatever that is, we are real proud to announce that. But we're not real proud to say, hey, I started counseling today because I'm dealing with some depression. There's nothing to be ashamed of there, because guess what? Your neighbor did, your friend did, all of these other people did too. They just didn't have the guts to admit it. And I think it's time we do. I think it's time we do. I mean, there's no other way to say that, because I feel like we could be saving lives by just showing people that we are all flawed and all have cracks. And if you or anybody you know are going through something where you feel like you can't handle it and you want to take your own life, or you know somebody that does, find somebody to call. I don't care who it is. Somebody, just reach somebody, because there's always hope. You can call me. You can call your friend. You can call your pastor. Just pick up that phone. Call the crisis hotline. There's tons of resources out there. Just know that I am, for one, a person that's going to continue to advocate to show people that mental health is not a bad thing. We all have issues, and we all need help sometimes. And if you need me to walk beside you through a hard time for any reason, I don't care what the reason is, you know where you can reach me. As usual, it's mybeachtherapy.net, and I'd be honored to walk beside you, because I don't want to see anybody fall through the cracks. I know this is a hard subject, and I hope I didn't push any buttons with anybody. I'm really just here sharing the subject because it does break my heart. And I want to end this on a good note. So enjoy these last few days of summer, guys. I hope you guys have a good afternoon.